Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Going to be a wet one as we're underway in Cincinnati. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First play, and McCarthy to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. It's second down. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this will wind up a Vikings first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a third down and 4. Here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80.
They'll run, and this is Cam Scattaboo. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Can. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's to the big tight end, Colston Loveland. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Third and 6.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. But this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back. And he dodged a bullet.
It's 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. No returns forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Gun.
The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 1, ready?
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Burrow. That's complete to the rookie's 2nd-round pick. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. That's a short one caught by Loveland. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
On the ground, it's Scatterboot. And he's going to have that 1st down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On 1, ready?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the toss, Scatterboot. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 45 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal.
Gun.
Back to throw. Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Here's Chase. He gets it on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Here we go.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board.
And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on fourth down.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here comes second and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. They come up now on third down and 4 to go. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Scatterboo. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Big 13.
They'll go again with Scatterboo. Oh, a loose football. It looked like one of the Bengals was in there and able to cover it up. Cincinnati holds on to the ball.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now McCarthy. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Minnesota.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff running right. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Trying to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. They go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And he'll take this one in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Vikings. That his second TD catch of the season. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Bengals nothing. Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
A first down throw for Burrow. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
That's caught, and it's Cam Scatterboo. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
10 yards.
A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 35.
Burrow finds Chase for a big one. 35 yards.
First and 10.
11. I'm one, ready?
Set to go now on first and 10.
Gun.
On the give, Scatterboo. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9.
Here we go.
Burrow. He's got Loveland free left side. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Quick throw, taken in. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. And he let him a bit too much. And pass is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Forced out wide. He keeps it himself. He'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 21-yard line.
Ready?
2nd and 5. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Caught. Belton. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's his first touchdown of the new year. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings extend their advantage to 14-3.
Bengals 3. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
One, ready? Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Burrow. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard
I'll tell you what,
line.
Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Here we go. Hot. 180.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
Gun. Hot.
Burrow here on second down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Hot.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And he's got a Bengals first down. As he gets it up past the 30, they'll mark him at the 32.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Right back to Scatterboot on first down. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He's done it again, back-to-back good runs. 19 this time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's get set. 180.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle with Scalaboo. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll be taken down. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We'll see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
McFadden on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8.
Gun 11, Thomas.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Whoa! And the Vikings are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, it's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. 23 yards on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
48-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd, they need 8. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Darius Washington.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that love throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who are very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
Here we go.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase,
2nd down and 10.
and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Throwing is Burrow. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Moving left, he'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
19, shot, cutter.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. He'll turn and hand this one off. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Oh, the ball comes out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
3rd down, they need 5.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
First down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Behind.
They'll run with Scatterbury. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Behind.
To throw is Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 15
Burrow
yards.
and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's get set. Behind.
Back to throw. Got his receiver. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Vikings have got it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That complete to Swift. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Minnesota.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll motion the slot man right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He pulls it in around the 5. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Ready? Half the 60, half the 60, go!
They'll try to run this one in.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Here we go, set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Let's go!
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Over the top, he's got it! Touchdown, Minnesota. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Riker good with the extra point. The Vikings stretch things out even further. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Burrow. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
On 2, ready?
and
2nd
7.
down, they need 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. It was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and It ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Now give on the ground. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Third down, 3 to go.
Let's go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Returnable from the 17.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. That is caught. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. It covers 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Burrow. Moving outside the pocket. Now he'll run. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. And in this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there is a
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
On one, ready? Gun.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's got Loveland free left side.
Hey, we got to keep
Second down, they need 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Now, Burrow. He'll get that out to Scattergood. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Bengals.
To throw is Burrow. Pushed out to his left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches.
What?
Now, Burrow. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide side. 11. Stop.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.